Stars and Avalanche. Avalanche $1.35, total 6.5.
Yeah, Tony, thanks. Hope I'm here with you. I lost you there for just a second. Stars and Avalanche tonight in this one. And yeah, so Tony, Colorado has looked more like the cup contender for the most part in the first couple of games, but now all of a sudden here comes Dallas. I don't think we're ready just to count them out just yet, but with Colorado here favored at home in this one, Tony. I mean, they look strong offensively. That line with McKinnon, with Rantanen, Kushkin, really looking strong. McCarr is really just awesome as well here defensively and offensively, of course, for Colorado. Now, Ottinger, for some reason, he doesn't always look playoff tested at this point. He's got to come up big, I would think, in this one tonight. Now, I think the Stars are really in a position to want to play more defensive in this game on the road against that powerful Avalanche offense. So those guys that I mentioned, especially that top line. Now they've had some other guys like Lehkonen on that second line coming through with some big plays too. But to me, the Stars have got to be in a position, maybe like in this whole series. Let's just, if we can just be 1-0, 2-1, keep it 2-1, make it, if it's 2-2 in the third, like you want it to be, like you need it to be on the road. That's what the Stars are going to be looking for. Ottinger's got to do a better job. I don't know. Seems like some easy ones have been getting by him a little bit. Johnston's been the star for Dallas so far. Tony, the youngster, he's already a big star. It looks like to me, he's been the guy. It feels like to me for Dallas. It looks like Pavelski, old and slow, unfortunately, hasn't lived up to his end right now. What they need from Pavelski, but uh, Robertson's really coming on, and if Robertson can start to step it up, Dallas can remain in this series. Jamie Benn, Tyler Seguin, these guys have been good. I'm going to go under here in this one. Dallas has gone under in 15 of their last 21 games. Their focus better be on, uh, you know, just trying to make sure they don't let the Avalanche load for a tier, because unlike we've seen with some teams, right? It doesn't feel like the Stars. We've seen these 3-goal comebacks, Tony, in some of the series in these games, right? Doesn't feel like the Stars are the team to come back from a multiple goal deficit. So they've got to keep it under control as much as possible, and that's why I have the under with the Stars and the Avalanche tonight.
All right, Ramon Scott here. Stars, Avalanche to go under total of 6.5 goals. All right, we got you this 2-pack from the prime time TNT doubleheader from the NHL playoffs here. So we're all set to roll here. And of course, now it's time to turn our attention over to TonySpeaks.com for the card on Saturday. Of course, afternoon action being at 3 Eastern time. So we're going to try and get this video up soon. So you should be able to catch it right away here. So Ramona doing great work in the NHL, 585 units of profit last 7 days. Also, great profit here last 7 days. NHL, European football, MLB also showing in the green, MMA as well. So we got a lot on the board today. We've got action on the ice. We got the 2 from the NBA. We also have 15 game card from Major League Baseball. That's starting at 3 Eastern time. Also, we got the UFC Fight Night going on. Of course, Ramon will get in action there as well. Maybe he may look at some MLS. He talked about that on the morning steam. What do you have going over at Tony Speaks?
Make sure that those hockey plays tonight, Tony, given my current run, are available in some form of package. Won't necessarily leave it out there. I'll have something packaged up with it if we have to do that, to make sure if you're interested in getting my top rated selections on these NHL games tonight over at TonySpicks.com. Use that promo code TonyT at checkout. You see the 5-pack there with those other games and the other package. Thank you, Tony. There, so you can get the 2 NBA picks and the 2 NHL and my top play in baseball. But as those start to whittle down there, we'll just keep repackaging them. There's the UFC package. there as well, and a baseball package too. So there'll be action tonight. I'm going for probably a dozen plays here, Tony, if you include that UFC in there, and I have taken a long deep dive at this MLS card, and I think we're going to go big. It's all crammed into one a big kind of time segment at 7:30 Eastern for the early games through the West Coast. All the MLS games are in the little window, so looks like a fun card tonight. And you can catch me over at Tony'sPicks.com. Use promo code TonyT at checkout if you want to ride with that 3 day right now. I've been looking at a dozen plays or more here, Tony. We're going to roll. Already getting a little action here. We're just a short time away. Whenever you're seeing this, there's more action to be had. Let's just put it that way tonight. Over at Tony'sPicks.com. Use that promo code TonyT at checkout. Save 20%.
That's right, guys. Get over Ramon Scott over at Tony'sPicks.com. You see the great results in the NHL the last 7 days. Also, all sports combined, 521 units of profit the last 7 days. Click the link in the description. You'll land right here on Ramon's handicapper page. This is where you can get on board with his long-term, with his passes. 1 day passes up there, best bets as well. Remember, on these 1 day passes, they are profit guaranteed. They must turn a profit, or the amount you purchase is credited back to your account for side credits. That is profit guaranteed. Not so on the long-term passes, because they're sold at a discount. You may consider that 3 day pass with all this action on the weekend, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday there with that 3 day pass, like all this MLB, the NHL playoffs, the NBA playoffs. We got European soccer as well in there. Also MLS, UFC, fight night, a lot going on. Ramon having a great fight night. Actually, great UFC results as you check the leaderboards. And of course, whichever you choose, use that promo code TonyT at checkout and you'll save that 20% off. You can access Ramon's page. Just click that link in the description. You'll land right here. Go ahead and get signed up. Also, Ramon shot early this morning, the morning steam, live at 9 a.m. Eastern time every day here on the channel. If you miss it, well, as I said, games don't start till Eastern, so you got plenty of time. A lot of action up there still to go. Actionable action. So check out the archive and check out the replay of the morning steam for Saturday's card. All right, for Ramon, I'm Tony T. We'll talk with you guys again tomorrow.